Hey guys, welcome back to Make That Sea Change. Paul here with you again. And Make That Sea Change is my site and channel aimed at everything to do with setting up your own online business. Now today we continue our journey along my storyline of Google smoking all of my sites in the recent upgrades. In previous videos I haven't done a lot with it yet on video anyway, basically just gone through what happened with the two previous sites. Now, today's site is my little barbecue site that I actually started around the time of the last that I know of major algorithm change with Google. And around that time, I was really trying to make sure that when I created this new site, that I really tried to run to whatever the EEAT philosophy really meant, you know, the expertise, the authority, trustworthiness, etc. And my travel site that I showed in the previous video got absolutely hammered because it was all AI written. I mean, I got a bit lazy with it. It was working at the time. I was carpet bombing posts and up it went. So this one, I've taken it right back to really not doing a lot SEO-wise with it, just adding information as I do it, which is, in this case, barbecue cooks, you know, reviewing products, only reviewing products that I've actually got and used. No AI or stock photos in it at all. It's all photos that I've taken, which, to be honest, sometimes means the posts have a little less photos than I normally like because I either forgot to take them or they turned out blurry or I just have to take them next time and add them in later, whatever. And all the videos are of me actually doing the cook. Now, for someone who has been in the affiliate marketing game for a little while, and this has had to be a real big change of how I work. But let's have a quick look at the site. Now the site is, I haven't really created it with much like this is all templated themes, and all it's got there is just the post. You can see even the headers are me with just the heading of what it is. The posts itself have you know, they've got a video of me and that will be me cooking. I've got one little affiliate thing here, and then the rest of it, these are pictures I've taken, and the results, and that's basically it. So it's a very, very straight plain forward site. I've added some cheat sheets to it here to try and get, if I click on that, you'll see that it's got a little opt-in there. So trying to build an email list with it as well as a way of getting more traffic and doing that. And that's probably where my SEO has been focused on, away from Google and more into the social media, trying to build an email list, etc. So with the analytics for this, you can see at the moment, if we go back a little bit here, we go back, let's go back 3 months. And you can see the build it's had. So that's when it basically started. So 3 users in 24th of March, which was right back at the beginning, all the way up to, you know, it's still not massive, but 158 users in the last week, which again, is still not big, but it's absolutely growing. And if you look at the other ones, so my Google Search Console, you can see here that there's a good rise coming through it there. It's got search results. It's had some Discover traffic, not recently, I don't think. Yet had Discover traffic early on, but hasn't had any recently. So I need to maybe look at why that's dropped off. Interestingly enough, with this one, Bing doesn't like it as much. In the past, Bing was always something that picked things up way before Google did. And with the travel side, especially, you know, the one that I showed you the other day, which is really tanked on Google, Bing still likes a little bit. So it's going, you know, so that's an interesting aspect of it. I have a Smoke and Pellets YouTube site. Now, this is one thing that I've been really working on with this niche, and because it's such a narrow niche, it's something that I suggest you do if you're looking at where does everyone go, because this is such a visual niche with things that you're cooking. So shotgun shells there, you know, smoked pork loin, pulled pork. There's a beef ribs one in there somewhere. Beef ribs, all getting between 400 and 400 views, which is all about, if we're talking purely about monetizing a site, trying to build up to the 4,000, you know, 4,000 hours and 1,000 subscribers, so I can start to make money from the ads that are running on this. I've been doing some video courses and the like, so to try and learn how to make my videos better, how to get them to rank higher and obviously build that subscriber list and the like. I also have a Facebook page, which I'm sorry I didn't open, so I'll just open that now. So that is also something that I've been working on with this site. Interestingly enough, with this one, what I've also been doing here is trying to. I did pay for some likes. You can actually go into the ads and pay for some likes. I spent about $50, $60, and built up those likes, so that's not too bad. But a little word of advice: people love memes. Some of the memes I've got on here, 24 people have liked it. Some people have commented, which is all good. Some little videos, which again, as I mentioned, I'm learning to get. So a few likes. It's sort of trickling along. Facebook, as I found, is a lot harder. Instagram's a lot easier to get a following. That's on my phone, but my Instagram page has. I've got 238 followers on Instagram. Instagram's very much, if you follow someone, they'll tend to follow you back. So that's getting a lot more traction, especially with the Reels. And Image Flip here is a little site here that I use to make my memes, which, as I mentioned, funnily enough, tend to be the things that people like on Facebook. And they're the things that have been getting me the most likes and so on. So if I go back to my analytics for this one, I clicked out of the video. If I go back to my analytics for this one, you can see here that I'm getting referral, direct, organic social, organic video, and organic search. Organic search is the highest because, as we saw there, I am getting some traction in Google and getting 24, 38, 28 clicks a day, which, to be honest with you, is not a lot, but it's still good for a 3-month-old site. I mean, back in the day when Google was ranking pretty much anything you threw at it, a lot of sites only grew like that as well. So that is, to be honest, I'm very, very happy with that. And you can see their referral. That's probably, I have got a Pinterest site as well, which I've been playing with. Social, you can see that's still quite small. Organic video is still quite small. So that's where I've got to do my work. But as opposed to the travel site where I said a lot of it was coming from social, this site actually is getting a lot more of its traffic from Google, which I think, in light of current algorithm changes and all that sort of stuff, is quite interesting, to be honest. So, this whole video series is about how Google smoked me, but Google's actually the thing that is liking this page the most. Now, I mentioned earlier that I haven't been doing a lot of SEO stuff with this. I am doing the basic stuff that my SEO plugin is asking me to do, making sure that I've got internal links and external link. My metadata is all based on my keywords. I'm doing my keyword research, so on and so forth. Interestingly enough, I did read a document recently that was a guy had written all about the latest, that Google document leak, and it was very strongly talking about internal links and external links. So what I'm going to do with this site is, because it's only new and I haven't got that many posts, I'm actually going to go back through and check my internal links and my external links and see if I can get them to, it's all about the way that the links are written. If you're linking to an internal page and you say, okay, I'm now writing about pulled pork, the page you link to has to be about pulled pork. It can't just be about pork sausage or pork tenderloin or pork belly or something like that. It's really, really got to match. And your external links, if you're linking out to external pages, have them linked to pages that are ranking for the same keyword. Just something I learned in that little document. I'll find it on a future video and show you, but that's something I'm going to work on for Smoke and Pellets, and something that will work moving forward. Anyway, that's it for this one. That was just my run through and analysis of my barbecue site. As I mentioned, ironically, Google is the thing that's getting the most love from at the moment. And I have to, you can say this with a grain of salt. A lot of you will roll your eyes at this if you had anything to do with Google recently. I have to take in the fact that the EAT philosophy that it says it's working on is actually working with this site. So I'll keep doing that, and we will, as I've mentioned a number of times, run through my 3 sites. I'll tell you what I'm working on, and we'll see if we can build the 3 of them up to some money-making glory. Speak to you soon. Bye.